Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I hope you had a great weekend and a great week so far, a good weekend celebrating Easter or Passover, or just being with friends and family and enjoying yourself. I'd like to start off today, as usual, with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So this morning, I'm going to talk about giving to the poor, or helping the poor. And Proverbs chapter 19, verse 17, says, "Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed." I help the poor, and I've gone down before, and I've helped out rescue missions and given money even to beggars on the side of the street. I have to confess to you all, lately I've really been struggling with this. My state has seems like a lot more beggars on the side of the road with signs, and I do have compassion for them. One in particular that's been bothering me is a gentleman that stands just off the highway, and he has a sign that says that he's a dad, and that he needs any help is good. What struck me about his sign the other day, and admittedly upset me a little bit, was that he had his children on there. And so my struggle is, when do we help the poor, and when is it right? And I believe it's always right. It's littered in the Bible that we should help the poor. I live in America, so it's hard for me sometimes to believe there isn't another avenue than standing on a street corner all day long. Admittedly, I don't know anybody's story. I don't know what struggles people are going through. But being a father myself, I always feel like it's a little more important to have a job than to be begging on the side of the road. So I wonder if you all struggle like I do with helping certain people that appear to be poor. Unfortunately, too, we live in a world where some people aren't as needy as they say and stand on the side of the road and beg. I certainly know when I go downtown or I go to a rescue mission that there are certainly needy people there, the afflicted that have drug problems or have mental problems as well. So I certainly believe 100% in helping those. And I do believe in helping the poor. And I'm wondering, as I sit here and read other verses from the Bible, if I need to make some changes within myself. I can't always give a lot to people, but I should give more, I suppose. Especially, I'm wondering if I should give to that gentleman up the street that appears to have children, appears to stand there every day, appears to be able to wear clean clothes and shave. I question his truthfulness, and I shouldn't do that because I don't know him, and that is judgmental of me, but I certainly do struggle. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 9. Helpful, not helpful. Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor. I've done that too, shared my food, because I feel, having problems with addiction before in my life, I don't want to supply someone with something that may be their last drink or their last drug. sometimes that's all we have is money is to give. So I just keep going back to this gentleman in my mind up on the street corner, and I certainly would love your all's feedback on what I should do and how I should pray about this to the Lord, to God, because it's certainly been a struggle within me. I've been talking to a lot of friends and coworkers and my wife about it, and I want to help more. I want to help the people of my country too. I know there's a lot of places here in the world that can use my support and my money, and use your support and your money and our food. It's too bad that we have to question the truthfulness of people when they're standing on the street corner begging and when they're looking for our help. It really tugs at my heartstrings to see pictures of children on his sign, and I would love to take him and help him find a job and help him be more to his children than standing on a street corner. I just don't know that I could ever do that myself. So having that within me as well, that I don't know that I would have the strength to beg like that. So there is some strength, I believe, in being able to get onto a street corner and do that. I would think it would shatter your pride a little bit. At least I believe it would shatter my pride. So yeah, it's definitely been a struggle for me this week on trying to figure out my place in the world when it comes to helping the poor. I've been reading a lot on the Bible and trying to find that strength within me to not be judgmental about this situation. I strive daily to not be judgmental about people, and I find because I'm stuck on this one small entity within my life, especially about that gentleman on the corner, that I certainly need to pray about it. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 31 says, "Whoever oppresses a poor man insults his maker, but he who is generous to the needy honors him." I certainly don't feel like I'm being generous to this man up the street. Not far from me. I've even thought of going and talking to him and maybe learning more about his story, and perhaps I should do that. Perhaps that would help my outlook on what he is doing. I just don't know that I could ever get to the point where I don't feel like he shouldn't be working and helping his children more. So that is definitely hard. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. I see that Sue Beth has joined us. It's great to have you with us this morning, Sue Beth. Always a great supporter of the God Quotes channel. We certainly appreciate that. Don't forget you can subscribe. I think there'll be a button right down there where you can subscribe. And then, of course, at the end of the video, you can subscribe as well, so that we can continue sharing the Lord together and continue talking about the issues we have in life, or that I have in life. I know I don't sound very positive this morning. At least I don't feel like I sound very positive, because I certainly am struggling with how I can better serve the Lord in being helpful to the poor. Proverbs again, chapter 28, verse 27. "Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eye will get many a curse." That's a bit daunting as I read that. I don't feel like I'm hiding my eye, but perhaps I am cursing myself right now and being cursed by feeling judgmental about just this one person. I really need to explore this more, and I hope you can all help me in figuring out which direction I should go. Perhaps I should just buy him a a meal from a restaurant and take it to him. But that doesn't help his children, does it? It just feeds him for that day. And I think that's my main struggle with it, is that I'm not being able to do anything for his children. Well, I'm definitely going to go up there and talk to him, I think. I think I will find the strength within myself to go and talk to him, or at least give him some money. And I will update you all too on whether or not I was able to achieve that within myself. I'll read another verse from the Bible, this one from Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 11. For there will never cease to be poor in the land. Therefore I command you, you shall open your hand to your brother, to the needy, and to the poor in your land. And it is so unfortunate in this world that there is poor people that need money, that need a home, that need food. We can all change and give more. The amount of food that we throw away, the amount of money that I even find laying on the streets, change, quarters, dimes, nickels, those add up. Rather than throwing our money away or not using it, then perhaps we should give it all to the poor, give it all to the needy, serve the Lord better, and give what we have, give what we're capable of. Sue Beth is saying there's a fine line between enabling and helping. Get to know him. A way may well be present itself that feels right. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. I will go get to know him. I will go up and talk to him and see what I can do to better serve him, to better help him in his family and being more of a man of God than judging him. I appreciate that comment, Sue. And I appreciate all of you. I love you all. Please share with me your thoughts and feelings on this. And please remember to help the poor. And as you can see, I struggle just like everyone. I struggle with judgments. I struggle with being a man of God each and every moment of my life. But I do serve the Lord. I do serve God. May God bless you all. Have a fantastic rest of the week. And be good to each other. I love you.